Okay, so when I first saw the posts, and I mean posts about this, I was like, oh no. There is no way Sony is doing what killed the launch of the Xbox One. There's no way that they are doing this. They even made a commercial making fun, jabbing at Xbox for that. This is how you share your PlayStation game. Thanks. There's no way. So, this is why I hear. Okay? You can see it right here. Okay, so Lance McDonald is a hacker extraordinaire. He digs through all the code, finds all the goodies of stuff. And he's the guy that actually made the patch for Bloodborne, the 60 frames per second patch that everyone's been asking for. He did it himself. Find that very interesting. Kudos to you, sir. From what I understand, this man is very legit. And he found that there's a DRM that has now been rolled out on PS4 and PS5 digital games. Every digital game you buy now requires an online check-in every 30 days. If you buy a digital game and don't connect your console to the internet for 30 days, your license will be removed. So this is blowing up on Twitter. People are pissed off. Now, there are people that are saying that this isn't anything. It isn't a huge deal, because like Nintendo does it already with their subscription-based things. They check in bi-weekly on you. And some people are saying, well, even if your license times out, so to speak, you can still renew it or refresh it. I know there's that option. I've run across that option before because I was having issues when I was hopping from different PS5s, because I've had 3 in the house, but when I did certain changeovers and I was trying to make sure that me and Scarlo could play on both, I was having issues with that. So, I remember reading something that said, don't hit that button about refreshing them or renewing the licenses or whatever. That can cause an issue. It can cause problems with certain people that go to do it. And it's like they don't get their games back. And I'm just like, okay, so if you are not connected and you run into this issue, I'm assuming that the whole refreshing the license does work if you run into that problem. But the thing is, people don't want to have to do it. That's the whole thing. And it's just, whether it's a few years late or not, the pot calling the kettle black at that point. Because it's like, come on, man. You was just making fun of them for doing that a few years ago, and now you're doing it. If it ends up being a really big issue, you know what I'm saying? Like, people run into issues. Like, I remember, I told you earlier in my life, a little bit after my mom passed away, I ended up being homeless. And all my stuff was in storage. And I was living in a motel. And I wasn't thinking about playing video games. I had a computer at the time, but I wasn't thinking about jumping on the computer. So people are going to run into situations where they may not be gaming for a while. What if someone, is in the military or something? Or what if they're just really busy for a month? You don't want them to lose their games. So for me, personally, this is not a problem. I watch everything on my PS5. Like, literally almost everything I watch is on my PS5. So I don't have to worry about this. But there's other people with different situations that's going to be a problem for, if this isn't already perfectly fine-tuned. So I assume this will be fine as long as no one loses any games ever. As long as no one ever loses any games, should be good. Because if you're a heavy gamer, you might, you spend hundreds of dollars per year on games. Maybe if you're super heavy, maybe you're thousands. Who knows? But if you lose them, you're going to be pissed off. And people are going to want to sue and this and that and everything. So hopefully this all works out. And like I said, it's catching fire. Some people feel as though it's not true. Some people feel as though it's true. But coming from a guy that's legit in the industry, I'm inclined to believe them. So if this is true, then, like I said, as long as people aren't losing games, should be good. You stop playing for 5-6 months, but once you connect, refresh your licenses, you should be good to go. But yeah, people don't like it at all. They didn't like it with the Xbox One, and they don't want it now. But we'll see how this pans out. Post your comments down below. Let me know if you know what you all think about the situation. If you enjoyed my thoughts and commentary, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. 10 million subscribers.